What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Legit Whiskey Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing Canadian Club blended Canadian whiskey. So on my channel, I don't discriminate. I'll review anything, and I'll review budget whiskeys. As you all probably know, this you can find everywhere, anywhere. It's about $10 in most locations, so it's super cheap. I know what to expect when I review this. I'm not gonna, expect it to blow my mind or anything. And for the most part, this is made, to mix in cocktails or, basically to mix in any kind of drinks, but not really to sip neat. But, just for the purpose of this review, I just want to review it without mixing anything and just to see if it impresses for $10. You never know. So this is aged in American oak barrels, and it's 80 proof and 40% ABV. And like I said, it is a Canadian blended whiskey and only $10. So you can't expect too much, but there are some budget whiskeys out there that really do a good job for the price. And but like I said, I'm not expecting much from this. It's just something that I've had on my shelf for a long time. I always keep around, and I just wanted to review. Why not? Only $10, so let's get into this. I believe for Canadian whiskeys, they probably can add some coloring to it, so I'm not going to focus too much on the color here, but let's go to the nose. So on the nose, which I expected, and most of you that have had this before can expect, it's pretty thin overall, but I do get some vanilla. There is a little bit of spice in here. A little bit of spice comes through. I'm picking up a little bit of vanilla, and there's a good amount of oak in here. I'm not sure, this isn't age stated, but I'm assuming it has a little bit of age on it, maybe 5, 6, 7 years old. But yeah, overall just like vanilla, spice, and oak, and a hint of sweetness, but that's about it. Not much on the nose. Alright, so let's go to the palate. Cheers. Pretty much the same comes through on the palate. There's just a little bit of sweetness. I pick up a little bit of caramel, just a little bit of vanilla. The oak definitely comes through on the palate, and that hint of spice definitely comes through, but then it just disappears right away. There's not much there, and it's pretty thin, and the finish is super short. So, but let's try it one more time. So this second time, I feel like there's less sweetness and more of the oak, and more of there's a little bit of vanilla, but more of the oak and more of the spice came forward. It's pretty thin. Like I said, this second time it had, it offered even less, because the first time there was a little bit of sweetness, but now the second time there wasn't that much sweetness, and there wasn't much up front, but all I got was the oak and the spice, which is not bad. And I've had worse for $10, but this is definitely not the best for $10. There's plenty of other whiskeys that are around the $10 mark, or $10 to $15, and I'll blow this one away. But it's okay. It doesn't offer much, but if you're just buying it to mix it, I say go ahead and buy it all day, because it's only $10, so you it's not like you're buying like a Booker's, you know, let's say for $100 and you don't know what you're gonna get. Some Booker's batches are very good, and some Booker's batches aren't that great, but you're still out that $100. But when it comes to something like this, you know, $10, you're really not gonna miss the $10. So if you're gonna mix it, I would say, you know, I would recommend it for $10. But if you're gonna sip it neat, I really wouldn't recommend it because there's not much there and you're not gonna get much out of it. So I'm gonna give this a D. It's, you know, it's not awful, but there's just not much here, and even for somebody new into whiskey, there's not much here to keep you interested. There's not many layers. It's just pretty thin, just pretty basic, and you know, just not much there. But I do like the price. So if you like my content, remember to hit that like button. Remember to subscribe. You can catch me on Instagram at LegitWhiskeyReviews, and keep it legit and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.